From 2025, every nursery will be expected to take sustainability seriously, and that includes appointing a sustainability lead. What does that actually mean? What are you supposed to do? Is there funding, training, a template to follow? If you're feeling lost or overwhelmed by the new sustainability requirements, don't worry. In this video, I'll break down exactly what's expected, what steps you can take right now, and how to turn sustainability into a strength for your setting without adding more stress. But before we get into all of that, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel Open Nursery with myself, Kurt Liania, where I help early professionals to open, grow and run their own nurseries. This channel isn't just about paperwork and Ofsted, it's about creating nurseries that make a difference. Today's video is all about what it means to be a sustainable lead in early years and why it matters, and how you can become one confidently even if you're starting from scratch. So stick with me and I'll show you not just how to tick boxes, but how to lead real change in a way that works for you. Let's start with the bigger picture. Climate change, biodiversity loss and air quality. These are no longer future issues. They're affecting families, children and communities right now. That's why the government has committed to embedding sustainability in early years education. In the 2025 EYFS and Department for Education updates, there's a renewed focus on teaching children about the environment in age-appropriate ways, making nurseries eco-friendly and energy efficient, and appointing a sustainability lead in each setting. It's about protecting the planet, yes, but it's also about building awareness, resilience and problem solving skills in the next generation. And Ofsted is on board too. Increasingly, they want to see how sustainability is being embedded across practice. So what exactly is a sustainability lead in a nursery? The government hasn't published a strict job description, but think of it like this. They're the champion for eco-conscious thinking across your setting. Their role might include reviewing how your setting uses energy, water and materials, helping to reduce waste and improve recycling, promoting outdoor play and nature-based learning, supporting curriculum links to sustainability, leading staff training and awareness, and liaising with local community or council initiatives. It's not about being perfect, it's all about progress. You don't need to be an environmental expert, you just need curiosity, commitment and a willingness to lead small but meaningful changes. If you're ready to take action, here are 10 practical things any nursery, big or small, can begin doing right now. Firstly, appoint a sustainability lead. Even if it's unofficial for now, choose someone with interest and time to start learning. Run a sustainability audit. How much waste do you produce? What materials are being used? Start by understanding your baseline and switch to energy efficient bulbs and turn off unused devices. Low cost, high impact. Encourage reusable water bottles and washable cloths instead of wipes. Reduce single-use plastic in snack and lunch prep and communicate this to parents gently. Read books with children about nature, animals, seasons, climate and link to the EYFS understanding of the world. Grow herbs or flowers in the garden. Even a small pot by the window can make a difference. Introduce eco monitors. Let children help turn off lights or sort recycling. Organize a uniform or toy swap day and keep track of what's changing. Celebrate wins, even small ones. This helps to build momentum. Now let's talk about something that a lot of people find confusing. How exactly do we integrate sustainability into our early years curriculum? Because it's one thing to say you're going to teach sustainability, but what does that look like to a 2-year-old or even a 4-year-old? We're not sitting them down with climate graphs or PowerPoint slides. The truth is, sustainability in early years is about habits, curiosity and connection. It's about creating a culture where children learn to care for the world around them through hands-on, meaningful, age-appropriate experiences. Here are some practical ways to do that. Firstly, connect with nature. This is the absolute foundation. Take children outdoors as much as possible, not just to play, but to observe, explore and care for nature. You might grow herbs or flower pots, even on a windowsill. Go on nature walks and collect leaves, pine cones or pebbles. Set up a bug hotel or bird feeder in your outdoor area and talk about the weather, changing seasons and the animals you see. These aren't add-ons, they're EYFS aligned experiences that build understanding of the natural world, and most importantly, they foster a sense of awe and responsibility. You can embed sustainability into playtime just by being intentional with your resources. Try junk modeling with recycled packaging, sorting games using recyclable versus non-recyclable materials, pretend play shops using upcycled containers and paper money, using fabric scraps, wooden blocks and natural loose parts instead of plastic heavy toys. Every time a child chooses to reuse, to sort, to plant, or to repair something, it builds sustainable habits. You're not teaching eco lessons, you're helping them form eco thinking. Storytime is also a powerful tool to help build environmental awareness. There are loads of brilliant books that explore nature, climate, kindness to animals, and more. Some examples include Somebody Swallow Stanley by Sarah Roberts, which talks about plastic pollution, The Earth Book by Todd Parr, which has simple actions children can take, The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, which introduces plant life cycles, Pair Stories with circle time chats, for example, what can we do to help the planet, and Roleplay, acting out being animals in danger or eco superheroes, and in art, creating posters or collages from recycled magazines. It doesn't need to be formal, it just needs to spark awareness and empathy. And remember, sustainability isn't separate from the EYFS, it fits within it. And here's how. Through understanding the world, learning about the environment, plants, seasons, and animals. Through personal, social, and emotional development, understanding how our choices affect others and the planet, promoting care and cooperation. Through communication language, exploring new eco vocabulary like recycle, reuse, and protect. Through expressive arts, by using natural or reused materials for art and model making. And through physical development, things like gardening, water play with a focus on conservation and walking instead of driving. This integration ensures sustainability isn't an extra, it's embedded. Even very young children can be part of the solution. Let them try water the plants each day, turn off lights when they leave a room, be eco monitors for the week, checking taps, sorting recycling, and help create posters or signs reminding others how to care for the nursery environment. This gives them ownership, pride, and a belief that they can make a difference, even as little people. And ultimately, that's the goal. We're not just ticking boxes, we're raising a generation of problem solvers. Another big update in the 2025 EYFS, which I will go over in a future video, is around nutrition, which is now being clearly linked to sustainability. The new nutrition guidance for early settings recommends offering more plant-based meals and snacks, reducing ultra-processed foods, and teaching children about healthy, balanced diets, as well as linking food choices to environmental impact. For example, serve seasonal fruits, involve children in food prep, and talk about where food comes from. This is an opportunity to educate children on both health and sustainability, and to get creative with meal times. One tip is to include parents in the conversation too. Share menus, healthy swaps, or favourite plant-based recipes. Now let's break down the big question. What are we actually expected to do as nursery providers when it comes to sustainability? This is where the latest EYFS update comes in, and why it's so important for you to know the changes. Firstly, you need to appoint a named sustainability lead. This is now a formal requirement. From this month, every group-based or school-based provider will be required to designate a named sustainability lead. This person should have time and support to lead sustainability efforts, coordinate initiatives across the setting, work with management and staff to embed sustainability in practice, and reflect on how the setting's actions support climate goals, reduce waste, and encourage environmental awareness. You should record the name in your staff documentation, and ideally include this in your Ofsted folder or leadership structure file. You should also demonstrate your commitment to sustainability. Although the EYFS doesn't give you a checklist, the expectation is clear. You must show that sustainability is a living part of your practice. This includes having environmental awareness in your curriculum, as we already covered, having practical steps to reduce your environmental impact, like reducing single-use plastics, reusing resources, cutting unnecessary energy use, and avoiding excessive printing and paperwork. Also think about your policy and culture. Add a sustainability statement to your nursery policies or parent handbook, and get staff involved. Encourage your team to contribute ideas or run eco projects. Again, it's not about being perfect, but Ofsted or your local authority will expect to see that you're actively trying. You need to make sure you align with the 2025 nutrition guidance. Another major shift is that from this month, new government nutrition guidance becomes mandatory for all early settings. This directly links to sustainability for two reasons. The guidance encourages healthier, seasonal, and lower waste food choices. It emphasizes food education, helping children understand where food comes from and how to reduce food waste. And as part of this, nurseries are encouraged to involve children in meal prep and food growing, avoid ultra-processed foods, use seasonal and sustainable produce, and create calm, positive mealtime environments that support healthy habits. So if your sustainability lead can cooperate with your cook or food supplier, that's a great opportunity to connect environmental and nutritional goals. Next, you should track and celebrate progress. While there's no government mandated reporting system yet, good practice means keeping a sustainability folder with photos, logs and audits and children's work. Recording monthly changes or wins. For example, we've reduced bin bags by half and we now use scrap paper, and sharing these with staff and parents. Think of it as your eco evidence, helpful for inspections but also for your own motivation. And if you want to go further, you could work towards a recognised scheme like Eco Schools Early Years Award, Plastic Free Early Settings or your local council's Green Nursery programme, and connect to wider government goals. This isn't just a nursery thing. The UK government has a net zero carbon goal for 2050 and the Department for Education strategy includes all schools and settings appointing sustainability leads, promoting climate education and supporting settings to reduce their footprint. So this EYFS update is part of a bigger picture. Your nursery isn't just complying, you're contributing to a national mission, which is powerful. So one of the biggest questions I get asked is, will there be funding or training for sustainability leads? And here's the current landscape. Firstly, with regards to training, some local authorities are beginning to offer workshops or continuous professional development around sustainability, so keep an eye on your local authorities' newsletters or early years networks. In terms of toolkits, organisations like Eco Schools, Keep Britain Tidy and the Early Years Alliance are producing resources tailored for early years. You can also get guidance and templates from the Department for Education Support Services. And in terms of funding, while there's no direct national grant for this yet, many local areas offer small sustainability or innovation grants to earlier settings. Some green energy providers may also run community funding schemes, but you can also join online groups or attend local forums where others are sharing ideas and success stories. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. But here's why sustainability isn't just about ticking boxes. It can be cost saving. Using less energy, reducing waste and switching to reusable items can reduce your expenses. It can help to attract families. More and more parents want eco-conscious settings. Sustainability is a marketing edge. It tells families you care about the future. It can improve staff morale. Giving staff a purpose beyond routines can increase pride and engagement. It helps to prepare for inspections. Being ahead of the game on this will look fantastic in your next Ofsted inspection, and is also doing the right thing. You're setting an example for your team, your families, your community, and most importantly, your children. But remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start small, appoint someone, do a mini audit, and try 1 or 2 actions. Involve your team and even ask your children for ideas. This will help to build momentum. And remember, sustainability isn't a project, it's a mindset, it's a journey, and it's one worth starting today. If you want to know more about the EYFS changes, check out the videos on the screen now. And as I said, in the coming weeks, I'll have a video about the nutrition updates too. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And as always, do all the YouTube stuff. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and drop a comment with your ideas or challenges around sustainability. Let's all support each other. But finally, I want to thank you for watching and wish you all the best in implementing this. God bless.